Hi and welcome to MJT's Wycombe Wanderers Plus, and the game on Saturday is Wycombe away at Coventry. Now Coventry are one of those teams that came up with us, and they're one of those teams that aren't doing particularly well. They though may be staying up, but only just. Now this is a big game for them because this is a game they will consider that they can win. Now, working on the previous record, you would also have to agree that Wycombe have played them 11 times. We've lost 10, 1-1. Well, I think we're going to win this 1-2-0. And you might jump up and down and say, how can you possibly figure that out? Well, here it goes. This is how I figure that out. First of all, if you look at all the statistics of how both teams play, what we're good at and what we're bad at, one of the things that really springs to mind straight away as you look at the results is that we are basically as bad as they are, and they as bad as us at everything. There are a couple of little tweaks though that show something pretty big. One is that they have scored more goals, but only by 10. Another one is that Wycombe have had more chances of scoring goals and not put them away. The next little statistic, I say little, is absolutely really massive, and that is the style of football. Now, this shows how sad I am that I find this really interesting. On average, Coventry play 135 passes in the opposition's box and Wycombe 91. That's not a massive difference for the lack of ball that Wycombe actually have. We have it probably about 10% less in a game than Coventry, so sort of not that far wrong. But this is the one, the amount of passing that Coventry play in their own half is roughly 175 passes in their own half in a match. Wycombe 52. In other words, Coventry play the ball sideways in their own half for a lot of the game. They try to move out of their own half, and when they finally get there, they don't do any more than any other team. So it looks good, like they hold on to the ball in their half, but that's all they're doing. Now, Wycombe can stand on that halfway line and watch them, and I guess that's what all the other teams have done. But anyway, there you go. So we're going to just have to let them have the ball in their own half. One of the other bits I thought was really interesting was the quantity of penalties. Now, most teams have an equal amount of penalties they've been given and given away. Wycombe is the same. I think it's 5 and 6. Coventry, on the other hand, have only been handed 2 penalties this season, but are given 10 away. Ikpeazu, here is your opportunity to get a penalty for Jacobson to put in the back of the net. They give penalties away, and that tells you something about their lineup. They play a 3-5-3, I think. No, 3-5-2. Getting my fingers mixed up. They play a 3-5-2 normally, and they give penalties away. That 3, I would imagine, with the other players rushing back because they're not defending particularly well, the wrong players end up doing the tackling. The interesting thing is that their centre-back was given a red card in the last match, so he won't be playing. And their choice of other players in there aren't great. So, weak point. Coventry's back line is the weak point in the box. Pick up your fouls, pick up your penalties, pick up your free kicks. That is Coventry's real big weak point. As for their strength, well, they've scored a few more than us, but not a lot. As far as I can see, not too much to worry about, except for one player that I reckon that looks really good, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this, and I do apologise. Hamer, is it Hamer? He's an attacking midfield player, causes a lot of trouble with creating the goals and scoring the goals. I like him. I think he looks good. Wycombe, this is a 2-0 Wycombe. I reckon we can get a free kick and a penalty.